Hello, baseball fans. King Iggy Boo coming to you live from Fenway Park in Boston, where we're playing the opening day doubleheader of the 1948 season using fall classic baseball. And we're not in the fall, we're in the spring, being the opening day, but we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna play this game. It's a great engine, and for you guys who like cards and dice, this is the closest I come to cards and dice. I don't have a lot of room to put cards everywhere. I have to have everything on the screen, so this is the closest thing. We're playing, as I said, the opening day. The Boston Red Sox are the defending American League champs, and they have their hands full today with the Philadelphia Athletics. The Athletics have one of their best seasons in the 40s in 1948, so it's been a great game so far, and we're in the seventh inning, so I thought I'd turn on the recorder. And now, just what's just happened here. Let's see, bring this up. Lineup, no play account. So we're in the seventh inning. It was 4-2 for the Red Sox coming in, and Eddie Juiced walked and McCloskey walked, and then I tried bunting with White, who was an A bunter, to get the runners in scoring position, and he struck out on the bunt attempt. So with a 6-6. So in this game, a 6-6 is like the best roll you can get for the hitter. So he wasted a 6-6 on his bunt. So then Fain came up, Ferris Fain, and he got a 6-6. So he doubled in 2 runs, and then Majewski just grounded out. So that's where we're at here in the seventh inning. So let's have the lineups. We've had this. All the players that are in the game now are the same ones that started the game. So for the Philadelphia Athletics, leading off and playing, we'll go to the leadoff here. Leading off and playing shortstop, Eddie Juiced. Batting second, the left fielder, Barney McCoskey. Batting third, the right fielder, Don White. Batting fourth, the first baseman who just hit the 2-run double, Ferris Fain. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Hank Majewski. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Sam Chapman. Batting seventh, the catcher, Buddy Rozar. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Pete Suter. And batting ninth, the starting pitcher, Phil Marchildon. One of the greatest Canadian pitchers who ever lived, Phil Marchildon. And for your Boston Red Sox, leading off and playing center field, Dominic DiMaggio. Batting second, the third baseman, Johnny Pesky. Batting third, you might have heard of him, left fielder, Ted Williams. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Stan Spence. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Vern Stevens. Batting sixth, the second baseman, Bobby Dorr. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Sam Mele. Batting eighth, the catcher, Bertie Tebbetts. And batting ninth, today's starting pitcher, the opening day starter, 1948 for the Red Sox, Joe Dobson. So we'll go back to where we're at. We have a man on third, Ferris Fain, with 2 out. And the batter is, leadoff batter is Sam Chapman. We're using Stratomatic to record the statistics. So Sam Chapman is up. He batted .258 in 1948 with 13 home runs, 70 RBIs. And today he is 0 for 3. Struck out and grounded out twice. Now Dobson, he has 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. He has 3 more batters before he has a chance to be tired. So here is the roll. We roll the dice. Over here is the dice rolls, and here's also dice rolls over here for the defense. This will determine everything that happens. So man on third, here's the roll. 1-2. So it's 1-2 on Chapman's card. It'd be a walk if it's 1-2, and anything higher than that is a strikeout. It's a 4, so he strikes out in the inning. So strikeout, end the inning. But the A's tie the game in the 7th inning. So we're going to the Red Sox. And Leading off in the 7th inning, the little Professor Dom DiMaggio. Now, Marchildon has 34 at bats, so he's faced 27. So he's still going strong here in the 7th inning. Of course, back in 1948, took a lot before he used a reliever. I mean, the game is totally different than it is today for many reasons. For instance, look at DiMaggio's numbers. 285 with 9 home runs, 87 RBIs from the leadoff spot, 101 walks, 58 strikeouts. That pretty much is the pattern in 1948. So Dom DiMaggio, he is 0 for 2 with a walk. And here's the roll. It's a 5-6 blank. It goes to Marchildon's card. He's a B grade. He rolled at the beginning of the gauge, so he just his normal stuff. And 56 is a strikeout. So Marchildon strikes out DiMaggio. He strikes out for the first time today. So 1 down here in the 7th inning. And that brings up Johnny Pesky. Look at his numbers. 281 hitter, 3 home runs, 55 RBIs, 99 walks, 32 strikeouts. He's a fast runner. 1 out here in the 7th. The roll, Pesky so far is 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd inning and grounded out and flied out. Here's the roll to Pesky, 6-1. 6-1 is blank. We go to the pitcher's card. So it's a strikeout if it's 1 to 16. It's a 12, so he strikes out Pesky. So this is accomplishment, and we're just talking about how hard it is to strike people out in 1948. But Marchildon has struck out 5. He's given up 7 hits in 7 innings and walked 2 and struck out 5. And that brings up someone you might have heard of. Terrible Ted Williams. Teddy ball game. He is 2 for 3. Is singled and doubled. He has how many RBIs? No RBIs in this game, however. So here is 2 out pitch to Ted Williams. Here's the roll. It's a 5-1. It is a defense. It's a 3 KD. It's higher than 1. If it was a 1, he'd strike out the side, but he doesn't strike out Williams. So it goes to the 51. So it's third base. It goes to Majeski, who's already had an error in this game. It would be an exotic error chart. However, the 5 is higher than the 3, so there's no error, and he grounds out to third. It would have been nice to see the exotic error chart. Oops, it's 5, 3, and that ends the 7th inning. So we go to the 8th inning now, and the score is still 4-4. And Dobson is a 36. So that's 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. He's got 34. He's got 2 more batters before we do the check to see if he's tired. Leading off is Buddy Rozar. Rozar has reached twice, single and an error and a single, and he struck out last time up. Dobson has his good stuff today. But in spite of his good stuff, he's still given up 4 runs, 7 hits, 7 runs, or 7 hits, 7 innings pitched, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts. So here is Buddy Rozar. The roll to Rozar is a 3-2. It's on Dobson's card. 3-2 is an out. It is a ground ball to second base. 1 away. Ground ball, second base. Brings up Pete Suter. Suter today is 1 for 3. So here's the roll to Suter. The Suter's a 5-4. It is the crazy chart, as I call it. So we look at the base is empty. It's an 18. So 18 is a strike 3 if catcher rating G as he frames the pitch. Ball 4 if the catcher rating is B. Home N gets a so. So we look here. Bertie Tebbets is an N. So Bertie Tebbets is at home. So because this is a little bit of the home field advantage that you don't see much in baseball games. Here's a little bit of a home field advantage because he's the home catcher. He gets the call as the umpire fears the Fenway faithful, gets strike 3, and he strikes out Pete Suter. Dobson gets strikeout number 7. So there's 2 away here in the 8th inning. And that brings up Marchildon. Now, got to think about perhaps pinch hitting for him. He's got a ways to go. We're going to leave him in. It's 2 out. So here we go. He batted .069 in 1948. Here's the roll. 6-2. It's on Dobson's card. 6-2 is a strikeout. Strikeout number 8 for Dobson. And the inning's over. So after 7.5, the score is tied at 4. Bring up, next batter is Stan Spence. Spence today has 2 doubles and 2 RBIs. He's 2 for 3. So we're going to roll to Spence. So how many? He's got 34. So it's 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. He has 3 more batters at least. So here's the roll to Spence. 6-1. It's on Marchildon's card. It's a strikeout. Strikeout number 6 for Marchildon. And there's 1 away. Brings up Vern Stevens. Look at these numbers. 269, 29 home runs, 137 RBIs, 77 walks, 56 strikeouts for a shortstop. Definitely a great hitter, a Boston legend you never hear about, but he is one of the greatest shortstops in history, batting-wise. Here is the pitch to Vern Stevens. Stevens today, he's over 3 after that big buildup, but it's a range pitch, a range call here. 8, no strikeouts. So we look, it's the center fielder. If he misses this ball, it's a double. The range is 10. His roll is 9. It is a double for Vern Stevens. Double for Stevens. He's on second base with 1 out. And that brings up, wrong one. Brings up none other than Bobby Doerr. Bobby Doerr is 1 for 3 with an RBI today. Here's the roll to Bobby Doerr. 3-5. It's on Marchildon's card. It's an out. The 5 means it's a third base. So it is a ground out to third base. The runner advances. If hit to catcher, runner's out. Otherwise, he advances. So, in spite of the ball being hit to the third baseman, that's right, third baseman, right? 5, third baseman. In spite of being hit to the third baseman, it must have been a weak grounder. Stevens goes to third, so it's a ground ball. Stevens goes to third. Oops, doesn't score. 5, 3, and 2 out and a runner at third. Brings up Sam Melee. Sam Melee has doubled, reached on a 2-base error by the third baseman Majeski, and is flied out. Here we are in the bottom of the 8th inning. So let's see, that's 34. So this, he's reached his batter's face. So any runner now that gets on from this point on will make him tired. So here's the roll to Sam Melee. It's a 53 again. So it's another range place. This time it's to the shortstop, Juiced. The roll's 11, the range is 9. He makes the play and the inning is over. Ground ball. Ground ball. I'm hitting the wrong button here. Tab, I'm wanting tab. There it is, tab. Melee's out. He stays. Shortstop, 3, inning over. We go to the 9th inning. The score is still tied at 4. So one pitcher is on life support. And now let's see the other pitcher. Dobson, 36. He has gone through 4 times. That's 36. So next batter he allows to reach either on a walk or a hit, he will be tired. And in this game, being tired is devastating. Everything becomes hits or walks on the 31 to 65 column. So you want to pull the pitcher for sure. Anyway, here's the roll to Juiced. Juiced 45. It's Okay, this plus here means if he gets on, he has to try to steal. 45. He is out. Fly out to right field. 1 away. So Juiced is out. Brings up McCoskey. McCoskey has walked twice and grounded out and lined out. 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Here's the pitch to Barney. 2-4. It's an out. Ground ball to first base. 2 away. So even though he has he's possibly tired, he still gets to the first base bag to cover, and he also gets 2 quick outs. And that brings up Don White. White is 0 for 4 today. Not very good for the third place hitter. Here's the roll to White. 1-5. 5 is an out. The run is 5. It's the third base. It's a pop out to third base. Pop out. Third base. Inning over. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Score is still tied at 4. Go to the home lineup. The next batter, Bertie Tebbets, a pinch hitter, and then DiMaggio. First runner, Marchildon, will be tired. Here is the pitch to Bertie Tebbets. Tebbets is 0 for 3. He's a good hitting catcher. 6-3. It's on his card. It's an out. And it's a 3, so it's a ground out to first. Ground out to first, and we'll make the pitcher covering again. And now we're going to pitch hitter. So this, how you do it in this game. You go to the home. That's why I have all 3 up. So you go to the third Excel spreadsheet that's open, and you go to the roster and you say, Dobson, you pitched a great game. You are used now and you're out of the game. Delete. And we'll bring in a pinch hitter, batting 9th. You want a guy who can get on base a lot. Here's one, Billy Goodman, pinch hitting. Billy Goodman, you sort him. And okay, so then you do that, and you look, presto, next batter, who's up? Billy Goodman. Billy Goodman, and we have to do it here too, so Goodman comes into the game. You want to know a man who can get on base. 310, 74 walks, 44 strikeouts, 1 home run, 66 RBIs. Another great Boston hitter. So he's the usual first baseman. Here's the roll to Goodman. 66. It's a double. Goodman reaches with a double, goes to second base with 1 out, and that means Marchildon is tired. So we'll bring in somebody to replace him. Who should we bring in? Marchildon, you did good service today. He is out of the game. Delete. And we'll bring in now we can look here. This is probably better. So you go here and it tells you who's coming up. So Fowler. We'll bring in Billy Martin's buddy, Dick Fowler, to pitch. He's not going to be starting soon, so he'll come in the game. There he is, Fowler, 3.78 ERA. He's usually a starting pitcher, but not today. So the way we do it, where's Fowler? There he is. He's batting 9th. He's pitching. Marchildon is out of the game. You sort. Now, usually with batters, that's all you have to do, but in this, you have to go where are the pitchers here. Find Dick Fowler. Here he is. Highlight him. Copy him. Go to this up it and paste, and now he's in the game as the starting pitcher. Next batter, we go back to the top of the line for DiMaggio. So the first thing you have to do is to see what kind of stuff he has. So we're going to roll. This is just all we're going to pay attention to is the yellow 20-sided die. Roll 13. It's a B. So he just has his normal stuff. To face DiMaggio. DiMaggio is 0 for 3 with a walk. Here is DiMaggio with a man on second base. The roll is 56. It's blank. 56 is a strikeout. Fowler strikes out DiMaggio. He strikes out again. And there's 2 away here in the 9th inning. And that brings up the batter, Johnny Pesky. They don't want to walk him because you know who's on deck. Here's the roll to Pesky with 2 out here in the 9th. 61, blank, 61. So he doesn't strike out, but it's still an out. It's ground ball to first base and the inning's over. Ground ball. First base covering his Fowler and the inning's over. We go to extra innings. So I'm tempted to leave Goodman in the game, but Spence is up second, so he's going to stay in the game. And we are going to... Fain is a left-hander and a bunch of right-handers. So we're going to bring in a right-hander if we can. So Parnell, he's a left-hander, I know, but he could come in because he doesn't start. Ferris starts, Galehouse, Harris. Although Johnson is a reliever by trade, and he's a left-hander. I know we want to right, but they don't have much in the way of right-handers. So we're going to bring in Earl Johnson. And Earl Johnson, we have to go here. So Goodman, he is out of the game. Unfortunately, he's used up. Delete him. And Earl Johnson is batting 9th. He's the pitcher. We click here. We sort. Then we have to find Earl Johnson. Here he is. He's... Copy him, go to up it, paste him, and he's in the game. And we go to away, and there is Johnson. He is going to face Ferris Fain to lead off. Ferris Fain has doubled, walked, singled, and flied out. He is 2 for 3 with a walk. We'll see what kind of stuff Earl Johnson has. Here's the roll. 4. He has excellent stuff. He's an A. So that's good news for the Red Sox. So here's the roll to Fain. Here in the top of the 10th. 3-1. 3-1. It's a single right across the board. Doesn't matter what kind of stuff he has. Ferris Fain reaches on a single. So 1 man on for Majeski. Majeski is 2 for 4. Now he can hit and run, but he can't sacrifice. He's a .310 hitter with 12 home runs, 120 RBIs. Doesn't walk much. And he has 3. These are double plays. So I think I'm going to hit and run here. Hit and run time. You see how the hit and run works. Hit and run is here. So we roll the first 2 dice. And whatever comes up, if it's a 2, 3, or 4, he has a base hit. So here's the roll, is a 4-5. So we go to the back to the chart. We look at 9. It's a pop out to short. Runners return safely. However, because he's an A grade, it's a ground ball to second base, and the runner advances. So it pays off. That it's really powerful, this hit and run A. So as a result, it's to second base. It's a ground ball. Majeski is out. Fain goes to second. And it's 4-3. So we have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And the next batter is Chapman. Chapman, 13 home runs, 70 RBIs, 258. He is 0 for 4 today. 0 for 4 Chapman. Here is the roll to Chapman. It's a 1-3. 1-3 is an out. And the out is a ground ball to the pitcher. The runner at second holds unless the pitcher has a weak arm, which he doesn't. So he holds a ground ball to the pitcher and he holds. So it's a ground ball. No, is it pop out or ground out? It's a ground out. Yeah, it wouldn't be a advancing on a pop out. So ground out. Chapman is out. Fain holds 1-3. And then there's 2 out here in the 10th. And it brings up Buddy Rozar. Rozar is 2 for 4. Here's the road to Buddy Rozar, the catcher. 1-6. 1-6 is an out. Second is shortstop. Is to right field. A line out to right field to end the inning. So nothing doing for the A's in the 10th. So we go to the bottom of the 10th, and it's still 4-4. Fowler's still up, and leading off, Ted Williams. Williams is 2 for 4. He's singled and doubled. And look at his numbers in 1948. He batted .369 with 25 home runs, 127 RBIs. He walked 126 times and struck out 41. That is some amazing... I mean, can you imagine these numbers today? Someone like this, he would be legendary. Well, he is legendary anyway. Okay, here he goes. The roll is 2-1. 2-1 is an out. 1, it's a pop out to third base. So he doesn't do it there. Pop out to third base, 1 away. Brings up the first baseman, Stan Spence. Is he first baseman? Yes. Stan Spence, he is 2 for 4 as well. Here's the roll to Spence, 2-6. So, it says here, TR single. That means if he throws right, it's a single because he's a left-handed batter. So that's a little bit of the platoon, way the platooning is done. There's other ways as well, but that's one of the ways. So Spence is on with a base hit. He's 3 for 5. I don't believe he's any kind of threat to steal. He's an average runner. Brings up Vern Stevens. Stevens is 1 for 4. He can hit and run well. He can't bunt. He's got 3 double plays. But we're going to take a chance. And we're going to roll. 6-2. 6-2 is an out. The out is a ground ball to first base. Fielder's choice. If the third baseman is an S. So, for fielder's choice. I don't know how. Okay, so it's a ground ball to first base. And yet, so we can check out the chart here. There's one runner on. And what's the roll here? I just want to make sure it's a 3. So we look at 3. The batter is... He's a right-handed batter. That's why it's the third base there. So batter to third base. And runner advances. Fielder, unless he's an S. Okay, that makes sense. And he's not an S. So it's a fielder's choice. He forces him at second base. So the ground ball. Stevens. No, that's not the way you should do it. Do it fielder's choice. So fielder's choice. And it's 5-4. 2 out, and Stevens is on first for Bobby Dorr. Dorr is 1 for 4. Here's the roll to Bobby Dorr. 4-6. It's a ballpark. 2. He's a right-handed batter. That means we have a walk-off home run by Bobby Dorr to win the game. So the teammate, I don't know if they did that in 1948, where the guy, his teammates meet him at home plate and they do the jumping up and down and all that when they have a walk-off. I doubt it somehow. I don't think they did that in 1948, but anyway, regardless, Bobby Dorr is the hero. He hits a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 10th to win this game. Opening day, Fenway Park, going for a repeat of the American League Championship, 6-4. The winning pitcher is Earl Johnson. The losing pitcher is Billy Martin's buddy, Dick Fowler. So, in a 2-run game, the Red Sox got by the Athletics on opening day by a score of 6-4. Both teams have scored 4 runs after 9 innings. Boston came out the victor in the 10th after an out was recorded. Stan Spence got things going when he laced a 1-base hit. 1 out later, Bobby Dorr came up and popped a 2-run clout over the fence, more like the Green Monster, making Boston the victor and beginning a joyous hometown celebration. Boston had 11 hits for the game and Philadelphia had 8. Earl Johnson picked up the victory, allowing no runs in 1 inning. Dick Fowler was tagged with the loss in relief. He pitched 1 1/3 innings, giving up 2 hits, and no walks. So that's opening day at Fenway Park, 1948 style, and fall classic baseball style. Hope you enjoyed today's ball game. Hope you enjoyed. I really like this game. I really like the engine. It's a little, you have to get with the Excel helper, and that's not always convenient, but it pays off in the end. Just like, it's kind of like if you have cards and dice, you got to lay out everything. You got to get everything ready. Well, it's the same thing here. And it's worth it in the end because the game is great. Well, once again, from Fenway Park, in 10 innings, the Red Sox win opening day 6-4 over Philadelphia. This is King Ikeboo coming to you live. Have a good evening, everybody. Goodbye.